What's up, everybody? Thanks for clicking this video. Thanks for tuning in to my channel. My name is Simon Hill, Black American from Louisiana, and I'm here with my beautiful, sexy, gorgeous wife. Say hi, boo.
Hi everyone, this is Akti and I'm from Turkey, and today we're back with another review.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's been
This
a while.
is episode 143 of our movie reviews, where we, look at movies from all genres, all places, all times, and break them down for hours on end. Endless talking.
Yes, and we just kind of like to do it for fun, but recently we've been so busy. Didn't have time to, do the slideshows or even just sit down to talk about it. So we're trying to bring it back.
And that's why we're going to test it out with possibly the worst / best movie of the year. On this channel, we're always on the fence. But this is a bad movie. Let's keep it real. It's a bad movie.
Okay, listen. It might be a bad movie, but I do think, we can't be always just watching, the most popular productions and things like that.
Or the most highbrow shit.
Yeah.
We have to go Tubi.
We have to sometimes to give them, some clicks, some money, so they can make better stuff. Because I think the idea is good.
And the movie we're talking about is called Deb Is Boss. Now, listen, I don't know where this film came from. It's titled an all-black BLK original film. I've never heard of the All Black Network. Have you?
No.
No, I don't know if that's the BET rebrand or Tubi at dark. I don't know what the fuck that is. But
well, I mean, that's what I mean. You can't just always be lusting after A24.
Exactly.
Or I don't know, Warner Bros. Because we know those people are not right.
Yes, they're not. I just love it. They're not right. They're not right, guys. Anyway, we're testing out. Also doing a live stream at the same time that we're doing this movie review. So if you want to interact with us while we do the reviews, you can just jump into the chat. We'll try to reply to the comments if they come. You're more than welcome to stay, especially if you've seen the movie. But this is also a source where you can get put on some new movies that are out and decide whether you want to check them out or not. So yeah, let's talk about this film, what it's about. So it's written by Deb Antney, who the film centers on, and also a guy named Carl Weber, and it was directed by Trey Haley. So it's black people in front of the screen, but also behind the camera as well. And this film is essentially the story of Deb Antney, who is a major figure in, hip-hop, at least since the year 2002, I would say, because she was instrumental in the careers of Gucci Mane, Waka Flocka Flame, OJ the Juice Man, Nicki Minaj, Yo Gotti, several people, French Montana, you know what I mean? Like Miss A or Deb Antney, Miss Deb, whatever you want to call her. She is hip-hop would not be the same without her. I feel like she's the most important female music executive in hip-hop history. You know what I mean? So have you ever heard of her before this film?
No, I have not. And when I was trying to do the slideshows, I was kind of researching her a little bit. And yeah, I think she has a fascinating background. Being a woman in the music industry is always hard. And yeah, I don't know. I found some other information about her launch. She had this campaign called No RIP, which stands for No Reckless Internet Posting and No Reckless Intentions, period. Mm-hmm. And she did that because she lost her son, actually.
Yeah, rest in peace, K.O. Red.
Yeah, and the program, it was about underprivileged children in school, and I don't know, I think she's I thought it was this image of a strong, boss lady who doesn't take shit from anybody and still gets her money, and that's always cool to see.
Yeah, all that's cool, but she also brought us the song Bricks. All white bricks, white tan bricks. Wanna hit a lick for about 50 bricks? Gotta get rich, fucking all them bitches, bitch. So come on, man. Come on, man. I love Deb Antney. I love Gucci Mane. But anyway, let's talk about the cast of this film. Let's talk about the cast. So this film stars Lil Mama. I forgot her real name. I just always knew her as Lil Mama, as Deb Antney. And this is the first film I saw from Lil Mama. And this is the first time I've even thought about Lil Mama in over 10 plus years, right? Because Lil Mama's my age. She's only a year older than me. I grew up watching her on TV when she started popping, like in the late 2000s, and all I really remember of her is standing on stage with Jay-Z at the 2009 VMAs and releasing like a few cringe songs, like "My lip gloss is popping," "My lip gloss is cool," like shit like that. So I was very surprised by her acting in this film. But what did you think of Lil Mama?
I didn't know who Lil Mama was before watching this movie, but I immediately got her energy. Like, she was good for this role, or she was fit for this role. I didn't know that she was like a rapper. I just thought she was, I don't know, one unknown actress or something. But I think she like really had the energy for the role. Yeah, I'm not saying she's like the best actress.
Yeah.
She wasn't. She can definitely improve, but I think she had the aura of, Deb.
I definitely feel like she channeled that hardcore New York energy because she's from that, and Deb Antney was from that. So it was like perfectly aligned. Like, she was perfectly cast to play Deb Antney. I can't even think of anybody else other than Tiana Taylor. Tiana Taylor is also like, but Tiana Taylor isn't like, doesn't look like her. Like, Lil Mama has that light skin, I guess, advantage in this case, right? I also think that Lil Mama got really fine as she got older, because I remember her being much younger and, she wasn't cute to me, you know what I mean? And I never heard anybody say Lil Mama was fire. But now that she's older, I feel like, damn, she done glowed up for real.
She was definitely really like beautiful and sexy in this whole movie. And whoever did the costumes, I have to give it up. Like, it was, all the costumes of Lil Mama specifically were really dope. Like, I want each and every one of them, but I know I can never be able to wear them the way she did, because I don't have that,
But it was late '80s. It was late '80s, early '90s, like Afrocentric fashion. It's just like,
but not just even her, but everyone around. Like, all of the cast was dressed like so good according to the time. You know?
Some of it was a bit interesting when it comes to the other characters. Like, Clifton Powell is in this thing, and Clifton Powell plays Deb Antney's father. And, I could tell he just showed up for that $5,000 check, and he was gone in like a week or so. He shot his 4-5 scenes, and he's like, all right, peace. You know what I mean? But he was good in this film. Also, some unknown actors and actresses are in this thing. We have Roderick Williams as Oakland, a big jarhead fella. Carly McIntyre as Pam. Jazz Anderson as Donna, and Dan Lowry as Uncle Ben. So what did you think about any of the other characters here?
Yeah, I mean, once again, not like the best selection of actors and actresses, but I think everybody held down. Like, everybody was able to carry the role.
Yeah.
I didn't have like a particularly bad acting in my mind.
Yeah. There was another person who was in this film. I forgot her name. She was in Players Club. Lisa Ray. Lisa Ray is in this thing as well. And Lisa Ray has been trashed throughout her career for being a bad actress who just skated on pretty privilege. What do you think about Lisa Ray? I mean, you saw Players Club, but looking at this as well.
I mean, she was maybe in total 10 minutes of the movie, so I don't really have a lot to say about her acting skills. The scenes she was on, she was good.
Yeah?
Like, okay. I can't really tell anything else.
Okay. All right. Let's move forward in the documentary here. So basically, the movie opens up, right, with Lil Mama in the court. And this is like a hood film, and you know it's a hood film because there's narration over the film. She's like, damn, I'm in court. And the judge says, everybody in court, stand up. And it's like, okay, this is going to be, this is what the movie's going to be. So basically, she's going to be going to jail for an assault and battery charge. And she's like, damn, I thought I was going to go to jail for drugs. And then we get a flashback of what her life was like as a kid. And she sneaks up in the attic where her daddy is like, has this magic baby powder. And she's showing her friend, she's throwing the magic baby powder in the air, smelling it. And then she gets high and she has to go to the hospital and she gets sick. Her dad is like at the hospital threatening the doctor, is like, you ain't gonna do nothing to my baby. We're not calling no cops or nothing like that. And basically her mom is like, I'm sick of this shit. I want you and your drugs out of my house, and I'm taking the kids, and we're separating from you. And so that's how we get introduced to like Deb's early life. Like, she was going to jail, she was introduced to drugs real early, and Daddy was in the game. So, what'd you think of like the opening few minutes?
I mean, the opening was definitely crazy. Like, what do you mean your daughter went to the attic and overdosed on crack cocaine? Like, what the hell?
Right.
That was a crazy scene. I've never seen that or heard of anything like that before. So that was crazy. And, I mean, like you said, I guess, like, this sort of opening reminded me of so many other, like, movies or stories that we heard or watched.
Exactly.
Like, of people coming from the streets, being involved with drugs or drug dealers or criminals, and then, you know.
Paid in Full, Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, any Tubi movie we've seen that we never reviewed because we watch a lot of those. So, yeah, it almost comes across a bit like parody. Because the little girl throwing cocaine in the air and then sniffing it like she don't know what it is just so silly.
I mean, she probably doesn't. She's like 8 years old.
She probably doesn't. And that's probably a real story. Like, some of these events that happen in here feel like Deb actually told them to the writers. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's great. That's great. Yeah. So, anyway, basically, the little girl, you know, she loves her dad. She loves her dad so much that she wants to deal cocaine with him. So she starts riding in the car with her dad, picking up bricks. Her dad introduces her to his friend who's also in the streets. I think it's like, he calls her like an uncle or something.
Uncle Calvin.
Uncle Calvin, yeah. Uncle Calvin's out in the streets. The little girl and her dad are like hitting licks everywhere, you know, popping soda pop and also selling crack. and so, the little girl is also being a kid at the same time. So she's like playing with Rubik's cubes, and her dad promises her $100 if she gets it done. Meanwhile, though, Deb's mom is like, you know, coming to her father's house and being like, "Hey, your daughter got kicked out of school for fighting again." You know what I mean? So Deb's still getting in trouble, even though she's staying with her mama, which I think goes to show Deb's mama is the problem.
But no, Deb was staying with her grandmother and father, no?
I think Deb was staying with her mom because her mom came and said Deb's been suspended from school again.
Okay. Okay. Because when she says, like, okay, I'll send her your way, the grandma says that.
Yeah.
And the mom says, like, no, don't send her to me. Like, tell your son.
Exactly, right. But grandma's always getting drunk, but she always got her makeup and hair on fleek, so make that make sense.
Yeah, and she's kind of low-key, she's kind of proud of Deb, like, for fighting.
Yeah.
Because she's saying, like, she's probably defending herself. She reminds me of me when I was younger.
Yo, so many parts of this film with the dialogue of other characters are like things I wish I could make other people say about me. That's what, like, 50% of this documentary, whatever, is definitely the real Deb Antney being like, you know what everybody always said about me? I was cute, smart, strong, sophisticated. Like, you know what I mean? It's like every line, you know? Yeah, but anyway, so moving forward, basically, Uncle Calvin gets into some shit, and we get introduced to the mob figure, Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben is like this white guy who's the connect for the drugs for Deb's dad and everybody else in the hood, I guess. And so Uncle Ben says, Uncle Calvin tried to steal from me, and now Mr. Antney, you know, Deb's father, I either kill him right now, or I let him live and his debt becomes your debt. And Deb's dad says, fuck that nigga. Fuck him. He looks at Calvin dead in the eyes and says, bruh, you stupid, Calvin. I told you to talk to this motherfucker. Now you gotta die. See, this is why...
Wow.
We never gonna beat white supremacy with this. We are not beating white supremacy.
No, wait, I have to say that I like Uncle Ben's character because he's somewhat, like, fair. He's like, you know, you have a chance.
Yeah.
You can save the person or you can let them die because they did something. They fucked up. So I feel like low-key, he's fair. I mean,
you think so?
Like, considering it's the drug game or the gang mafia, whatever. Like, obviously, you're not gonna expect, like, you know, mercy. Yeah,
you think so?
So I like his character, and I have to say, just going back here, I love these scenes because cinematography-wise, this was not like a movie that you would look at it that way. But I really love these scenes where they like took views from different parts of what was happening, and they put it together in like these 4 squares. I really like these. Instead of like doing the classic montage, they did it like in this artistic way. I liked it.
I was unimpressed.
No?
I've seen other films like American Gangster. I feel like they did this in, and almost like every Blaxploitation film we watched that I feel like is better than this. But this did make me feel like this film is like a modern Blaxploitation film. It's like the 2026 version because it's low budget. It's sort of very street, very hood, very direct, raw with it. You know what I mean?
I mean, I liked it. You know, I thought they were trying to do something at least.
Yeah.
You know, not just giving just the scene.
Yeah.
I thought there were attempts throughout the movie, at least.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like this movie is like made on such a low budget that if we really looked for it, we could find somebody on an iPhone in the background.
Well, that's not. I mean, we can't blame them for that though.
Yeah.
Like just because they don't have money to do all of it.
Yeah.
You know.
I guess this film shows that you can make good art on a shoestring budget. And going back to the Uncle Ben scene, go like to that part. I like that Uncle Ben's role in this film sort of has a sort of like loop to it. You know what I mean? Like later on, this idea that your debt becomes somebody else's debt is very important to the story. So I really like that they included that. You know, the writing, I think, is sort of tight in this film.
Yeah. No, there are some strong points. Like I said, there are attempts of being a good movie. Yeah, there are some attempts.
I think if Tyler Perry took it and maybe threw a little bit more money at this, it would be a little bit better, I think. I think. Maybe. But there's possibly a sequel, so let's see. But anyway, Uncle Calvin gets killed right in front of his best friend, Deb's dad. And little Deb comes into the warehouse where this murder just happened. And Uncle Ben is like, "Did you see anything?" And she's like, "I don't know what you're talking about, Uncle Ben. I just came in here to show my daddy that I finished the Rubik's Cube and I want my $100. And Uncle Ben's like, "You smart. You loyal." He turns into DJ Khaled and he says, "I'm going to give you $200. And then he says, "That's the smartest girl I've ever seen. She's going to be so amazing one day." And once again, I put another check mark there for like things I wish people said about me when I left the room. What did you think of that?
I mean, I like their relationship because I felt like Uncle Ben was not like a super, super cool guy. And, you know, he just thought that this little girl was smart. And I feel like he sort of took advantage of her in a sense that she could work for me someday. Yeah. You know, like that, like he sort of groomed her. Yeah.
I mean, that is the disturbing part about this film. Yeah. Is about how you can turn a child into a criminal.
Yeah, that's the bad part.
It
but,
is.
You know, it's like what he does. So he basically taught her what he does.
Yes. But Uncle Ben is like, I think he's one of the all-stars in this film. Aside from Lil Mama, the guy who played him definitely did a good job.
Yeah, he reminds me of Geppetto.
He reminds me of like, I don't know. Geppetto, yeah. Yeah, he just reminds me of the people that chased me down in the Istanbul Bazaar saying, "My friend, bye."
Well, he's Italian.
Really?
And we do look alike.
He's Italian, is he? He was using some Italian. You're right. Anyway, fast forward. Now Little Mama went from being 13 to 36. And we're still supposed to believe she's 13. But anyway, so now Deb is in court for fighting and stuff like that. We're caught up. And she goes to jail, and she walks into her cell, and she sees this little white girl curled up in a corner next to the toilet, and her name is Pam. And Pam is, you know, getting abused by this big black lesbian butch woman. Who slams into the cell and says, "Get up, Pam. It's time to eat some pussy before I go to sleep."
Wow.
And Lil Mama is like, I mean, at this point, it's hard for me not to see Lil Mama, but I'm going to say Deb. But Deb is just in the middle like, what the hell is going on with this big bitch and this little white girl? But yeah, anyway, Pam tries to be nice to Deb in the chow room, and she puts down some chips and drink for Deb to drink, and Deb starts drinking it, and the big butch lady comes up in her and says, "Them my chips because they belong to my woman," and she starts pouring the chips all over Deb, and possibly my favorite line of the movie comes up. What's my favorite line?
I ain't like that flavor anyway.
Oh my God, that boy, I died laughing. That's what I said when I started watching this movie. At first, I said, "I know I'm gonna have a good time now." I don't like that flavor anyway. Oh my God. Oh my God. What did you think about any of the scenes with Pam, the big butch, all of that?
I mean, I just like her vibe. I don't know if it's Lil Mama. I don't know if it's Deb. But I like her character, her vibe. So I was hooked at this point.
Yeah.
The only thing I was like wondering in my mind is like that skit was just a bit too far ahead. Like she was a little kid, she was running around with her drug dealer daddy, and then now she's just going to prison, and she has developed this sort of like, I don't know, masculine energy, but she's very pretty at the same time. Like I wanted to see like her molding into this person that we're seeing, because even though she's in juvenile, these women look like they are 30,
like this is supposed to be juvenile, and everybody in here looks like reaching 40. Like everybody,
so,
right?
I mean, that was not really hitting.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like this was a grown woman's prison.
Absolutely.
Know? It did not feel like that. And yeah, being forced to eat pussy in prison is also like, I think that's one of my biggest fears.
Like, you feel like you would be forced in jail, like you be somebody's like, I don't know, prison girlfriend.
I mean, I would be down to being Deb's prison bitch because she's hot.
Wow.
But I don't know her name.
Yeah,
Big Mama here.
Big Mama, Lil Mama versus Big Mama. That's a perfect way of putting it, right? But anyway, Big Mama and Lil Mama get into a fight over the chip fiasco in the hallway, but surprisingly, everybody in the prison wants to support Deb, so they all start bringing her rocks to put in a sock to fight Big Mama when she comes. Big Mama comes and she gets whooped on with the socks and the rocks. Just whack, whack, whack. And this thing was actually done very viciously. Like, even though we don't hear like the beat down, like the narration starts, like the way Lil Mama put that emphasis on it when she was whooping him, I felt the sting.
Yeah,
I felt it.
I felt like she did that like a couple of times before.
That was intense. That was actually, I really liked that. And I hated that the narration dropped. I wish it was just like, like you heard it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that was really cool. But once again, things I wish people did for me. Help me in my prison fights. You know what I mean? Like, once again, I feel... Bring me rocks. Like, and then, she goes to solitary confinement. And the way they did this scene was so silly. It was literally 30 seconds. Like...
Yeah. And I was like, why did they even do that? She didn't, like... I guess she's so tough that she didn't get even affected by being in the hole for 2 weeks. Like, how is that possible?
Nothing. She did like 4 squats, 3 push-ups, and then
and she looks fresh.
And she looks fresh. They
did 2 weeks, and she's like, I was just getting used to it, or something like that.
But then she comes back, and she's like, and now everybody's like, "Oh, Deb, you the boss bitch now." Like, what is this? Once again, the movie is just, everybody's just on Deb's cock, just every time, every scene.
Well, I mean, it's her story written by her.
Dog,
so.
Would you do the same thing if you wrote your movie?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? Make myself look bad?
No, but keep it real. This is...
I mean, I would keep it real. Everyone loves me.
Yeah, exactly. Scene 1. I mean, this is crazy, man. But this is such a New York movie. It's such a word to my mother's son. When I was locked down, everybody was giving me rocks. But bitches was giving me chips on the first day. On the first day, I walk in there and people just like, "Hey, you want some Sunny D?" I beat down the biggest bitch in front of everybody.
It's like Uncle Ben said, you're a natural born leader.
You're a natural. I mean, my Uncle Ben, the mafia boss, the biggest boss of all time, looked me dead in the eyes when I was a 7-year-old girl and said, "You the baddest. You the boss." That's what this movie is. It's insane. It's insane. So anyway... not Pam. Deb gets out of jail, and the movie sort of like centers on Pam, who is the little white girl, and I feel like these characters are based on real people, and there's like a lot of shade being thrown around by centering Pam, by making her seem like this little bitch that gets like whooped on, because when Deb is leaving prison, she tells her friend, like, take care of Pam. You know she's a little bitch. She can't do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. At this point, and also at the end of the movie, it just felt like a bit like a slideshow of her life because everything was happening so fast, and I feel like a lot was being skipped. I just feel like overall, and I can say this at the end too, but it might have been better if they did a series.
Yeah.
Like a couple episodes, because why is she so like hooked on Pam?
Yeah, I don't know, but and especially how it turns out, like Pam, you know, becomes like a major but also short-lived figure in the movie. You know what I mean? I think this movie is destined to have a sequel because the way they left it off, it's like I'm about to go to Atlanta.
But I think that's going to be like when she's starting to start a business.
Yeah.
Like that's going to be the start. I don't think they're going to go back.
I mean, I want to see the sequel to this movie just because I want to see who they're going to pick to play Gucci Man. When she discovers Gucci Man, who is gonna put on the big belly in this like this and start rapping with a nasally voice? I don't know. Anyway, so she leaves prison, right? She leaves prison. Her mom picks her up, but her mom says that your dad got locked up 2 months before, right? And you know, her mom also says that, you know, I'm getting you out of New York because you're going to keep on doing fucked up shit and you're going to Boston. And Deb is like, I don't want to go to Boston. Nobody in New York wants to go to Boston, right? And I took personal offense to that because that's my favorite city. I took personal offense. Anyway, she goes to Boston, right? And she meets up with her cousins. And her cousins are all trying to get into the dope game, right? So Deb comes up to her cousins and is like, I got the connect. I know how to get you some cocaine, like some real good cocaine. You know what I mean? And so, you know, she is also going to her grandmother, right, to ask her grandmother to put up her house to bail out her father, right? And her grandmother's just like, nah, I'm not going to do that. Your father's been on this stupid shit for a long time. He need to figure out his own way, right? So she ends up getting the money from these guys that want to get some cocaine and uses that money instead to bail her father out. So what did you think about any of those scenes?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I guess it says a lot like, okay, you can't really at this time escape maybe drug dealing or like this sort of work because she goes to Atlanta. I mean, not Atlanta, sorry, Boston, where her mom's like sends her there because she thinks it's safe there, and her own cousins are doing this thing like it's like a family business or whatever. I don't know, like so it was like it was bound to happen for her. I think like you know like this. Not that people should do it, but you know. I don't know, like she had a gift for drug dealing. I guess
so, man. She was the drug dealing savant. You know, she was the Mozart of cocaine dealing. You know what I mean?
But I don't know. I kind of hated like how she, and maybe it's because I got problems with my dad. But I feel like she just like took her dad just like that. You know, like no questions asked, not asking even like. What happened? How did you get into jail? Or I don't know.
I mean, she knows he's dealing cocaine. He's rolling around the city getting it.
Still, it's just like, we're hugging, and now we're just dealing drugs. Like 5 minutes after he got out of jail,
That's how they bond. They bond over selling bomb. They bond.
I wish there was a bit more conflict between them. Not to say that like she shouldn't love him or whatever. But just like something, you know. Like I feel like. I don't know. It was a bit naive for her to just be like that just to her dad. Yeah,
I feel like, you know, in the real world, you know, it probably was just that she really loved her dad. You know what I mean? Like daddy's girl type of thing. And, you know, the way they bonded was over cocaine. And I think what this film talks about, like you just pointed out, it's a family business. Everybody in the crack era was in it. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people were doing it. And we were talking about this earlier today, like dealing crack back then was probably like doing Foodora or Wolt or any like gig job at the time. Something you did on the side, something to make some extra money, shoes, kicks, cars, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she probably didn't even look at it as like a big deal. Like, yeah, my daddy sell dope. Like everybody sell dope. You know what I mean?
I guess.
But I liked Clifton Powell in this role. He's just always good. Like, even when you know he's just coming for a check, Clifton Powell is just so good at what he does.
I mean, it's not like he had to do a lot.
He didn't have to do a lot, and I guess he's playing a character that's not far off from him, like, you know, gangster black man in the 70s, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, basically, he gets bailed out, and, he has a bondsman, so he can't skip court, he can't skip nothing, you know what I mean? So, he's on a leash. So, Deb explains how she got the money to bail him out. He's actually kind of upset because he's like, damn, now you're on the hook to be in the game for real because we have to get those money to those guys and also to my bail bondsman, you know what I mean? So there's a lot. So they go outside, they hit the streets again, start selling dope. Father-daughter team. Like all time. Father-daughter team. Oh my God. So yeah, they start hitting the streets. And he actually tells her to go back to Boston after they're done ripping and running and making the money, right? So, she goes back to Boston thinking that he only gave her the money. She opens up the backpack and finds a brick of cocaine. And she's like, go daddy, go daddy, go daddy. I'm like, that was so much fun too. But what'd you think about those scenes?
Yeah, no, I mean, it was fun to that scene was really good.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I thought at first, when she was saying, oh, my dad didn't give me the dope. Mm-hmm. He only just gave me the money. I thought maybe something else was going to happen in the movie. Mm-hmm. And then we still got the brick of cocaine. So.
Oh, yeah. No, I thought that was such a cool little flip and surprise. And the way, she was dancing in the bathroom with the cocaine, that was so cool. And this is kind of what makes me respect this film a lot, is that I feel like they went into it and they were like, we're going to have some fun with this. So the way that people are dancing with cocaine bricks, that this film is just, it's hilarious.
Wow.
It's really hilarious. It's really fucking hilarious, bro.
I mean, the thing is, these might be, darker times in Deb's life. Mm-hmm. But, obviously she had fun doing it. Or some funny moments or funny times came out of it, because it's always like that. You're doing some really fucked up stuff. Yeah. And then there's it's kind of fun.
I'm gonna keep it real. This film makes selling cocaine look hella fun.
Yeah.
I want to sell a brick or two.
If only you have an Uncle Ben, though.
No, I don't want an Uncle Ben. No. That nigga doing too much. His debt becomes your debt. Nigga, take your biblical ass on somewhere. Oh.
But he was always protecting, Deb, too.
He was always protecting Deb?
Yeah.
Yeah? He was going to kill Deb at a certain point.
Yeah, but that's what I said. Anyway, I'm not going to spoil the story.
Let's jump ahead. Let's jump ahead. Yeah. I feel like Uncle Ben is a monster, low-key. Anyway, some other funny moments in the life of a young girl in the streets. She brings her gun to the GED test. Cute guy sitting next to her is like, girl, what you doing in class with a gun? And she's like, shut your pussy ass up, boy. And then what happens? Oh, young girl in the streets also graduates top of her class with a GED. Even her mama was surprised. Her mama was like, oh, my baby ain't stupid. Wow. Once again, things I wish were true about my life. Graduated top of my class. Always kept the strap. Niggas is on my job. Yeah, exactly, man. Anyway. She graduates, but unfortunately, her daddy ain't there. Daddy's just passed out. Now that's nasty. You can't be sleeping next to the ashtray. That's no.
He's high, son.
He is high. He's high as hell. Anyway, so Lil Mama, Deb finds out her father is trying to blow court. You know what I mean? So the bail bondsman's looking for his ass, and he put $10,000 on her dad's head. You know what I mean? And Deb is outside looking for her father. She goes to Uncle Ben's house. Apparently, Uncle Ben is a master pianist. So aside from killing niggas and selling cocaine, he likes to play Chopin, on the weekends.
He's a sophisticated man.
Sophisticated, yeah. A very, very sophisticated drug dealer, right? So, she shows up at the house, and they can't find her pops, but it don't matter. Her girls get out of jail. Pam is out, and also the other girl. What was her name? Donna. Pam and Donna are out in the streets, and so now Deb is bringing them into the dope game as well, looking like the drug dealing TLC. But tragedy hits. Uncle Ben shows up and says, "You got to come with me. I found your father." And apparently her father was doing drugs. This is the first time we find out her father's doing drugs. And her father stole some money from Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben is pissed. "I would have given the money to you if you asked." And so now it's all come full circle. Now, do I kill him or does his debt become your debt? What did you think about any of those scenes?
Yeah, that was like you said in the beginning, that like come around was really smooth.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, at these times, I was just thinking like, damn, the only problem in her life is her father. Like, just leave this man alone. Because obviously, like, yes, he loves you, but he's not good. He's not a good father. Like, so I was a bit pissed at that. And then, like, this was cute too, because she was like, "I can't get you a job with my dad because you're going to be working for me." And the girls were like, "Okay, like, you go, girl." So, like, that was funny. And yeah, like, here the dad was just saying it. I think he was saying, like, "Let him kill me, let him take me."
Yeah.
And she should have.
Wow, I disagree. I disagree a bit that her father is the problem in her life. I feel like it's natural to love your parents, you know what I mean? And she loved her dad.
I'm not saying she shouldn't love him. I'm just saying, like, she shouldn't be doing all this to him, for him. Because he does not deserve it.
I think kids want to be in their parents' life no matter if they're a priest or if they're a cocaine expert.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't. I don't.
But then again, you're an adult. You're, 27 years old. You know what I mean? She at the time was like...
she graduated university, no?
No, she graduated high school.
Oh.
She got her GED.
She looks too old for
Exactly. Okay, yes. There was...
It's confusing.
We did have to suspend belief and look at 36-year-old Lil Mama graduate high school. Yes, we did. Okay? Yes, she is petite and shit like that, but no, those hands. You can't Photoshop that. Anyway, she graduated high school.
Okay.
And so, yeah, she's like a little teen girl who just wants
like
to...
18 or something.
Yeah. And once again, I don't think she looked at all this shit. Because, like, I think, like, once again, in America, like, especially in, like, urban Black America at this time, murder was common. Dope dealing was common. It was normal. Yeah, it was traumatic, but it was common. And there's, like, a lot of trauma that we just basically live with in America because we think it's normal. So...
Okay. If I was in her position, I would have probably saved my dad too, obviously. Or I would have saved anyone because I don't want people getting killed. But yeah, it's just, I was mad at her dad. Yeah.
I mean, he did sort of fuck her up, but yeah, this is what she did. Unlike her father, she took the debt on. And said, "I will pay for my father's debts and also more interest," which is very dope. I think that's a very good, like, once again, premise to this whole thing.
Uncle Ben was like, "You don't deserve her."
Yes. Once again, things I wish people would say. And so by taking on her debts, she gets Pam pregnant with a cocaine baby and flies her across America.
Cohesia.
Yes, which I think is brilliant that they got this little white girl to like just get on a little stroller in these airplanes and fly across America with bricks of cocaine.
Yeah, I mean, they do this a lot in like drug dealing movies that they make drug dealing look fun.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, haha, so funny. We dress up like pregnant ladies, and we have like 5 bricks of cocaine in our bellies.
Like the Wolf of Wall Street montage when they're all getting rich and doing crazy shit. So. Yeah, man, it was that was basically what they did, and also we find out that there's hints that Deb is really into music because her brothers or cousins, I forgot exactly.
Brothers.
Yeah, her brother is like managing this rapper who awfully looks a lot like LL Cool J. He has the Kangol hat. They don't say LL Cool J, but he's rhyming on stage, taking off his shirt, 6-pack rippling, and all the girls are going crazy for him and shit like that. And, her brother says, "Deb, you were so right. He is a sex symbol, and he's going to be a star. Thank you, Deb. And Deb's like, it's nothing. I'm like, once again, they let this lady get away with too much shit in this document. So Deb is taking credit for not only Gucci Mane, but LL Cool J. Get the fuck out of here. That's what that was. I stopped having fun with the film and started getting angry. But what did you think about like how they were hinting at her ties to the music industry?
I mean, actually, I didn't catch this the first time I watched because I didn't know who was Deb Antney. So when I was doing the slides, I watched the movie again, obviously, and that's when I knew, like, oh, okay, that's what they're trying to do. Now it's too obvious, like it's too on the nose, and yeah, it's like you know you have this like big giant brained woman.
I know, right?
That is like capable of anything and everything, and still holds her composure, never wrong, and still like manages to dress fly as fuck. So yeah, I see what you're doing, Deb.
I just feel like the film we got is maybe just the tamest version of maybe Deb's craziest ideas. And I feel like Deb was in the writer's room saying like, you know, there was this kid from Queens. He had a chipped tooth and a Caesar with a part in it, and he was rhyming so fast. And then he had this album he wanted to call Bill-matic. And I told him, nah, drop the bill. It's Illmatic. And that's how I discovered Nas. And I'm like, yo, Deb, shut the fuck up. And then she's like, there was this fat kid out in Brooklyn, and he was rhyming on the street corner. And he was like, you know, black and ugly. And I'm like, and she said, no. You're fat, but ugly is never. You know what I mean? Like, and that's how I discovered Biggie Smalls. He's like, yo, Deb, you gotta chill. Like, I feel like she just wanted to say, like, I discovered hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yes, I mean, I get why you would be upset as a hip hop head, but to me, like, I don't mind it that much because it's not. The thing is, like, we don't. At least for me, as an outsider and a little bit of an insider, I don't know. I'd never heard of her, like, why not give her moment to shine?
Yeah.
You know, like because you have all these big names who are men most of the time, like Dr. Dre, I don't know.
Russell Simmons, Jay-Z.
Like, they're always like in the spotlight, in the limelight, and they always get their flowers.
Exactly.
And I feel like Deb Antney never got her flowers that well.
Not really, no.
So she made her own flowers.
She gave herself her own flowers.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I guess this is changing history and this is literally her story. This is literally her story. Let's change. I mean, why not? I mean, men were just making up history all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So why
I'm
not?
not mad at her.
You know what? I take it back. You know who discovered this kid with a six pack and with Thug Life tattooed on his stomach? Deb Antney.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
you know, it's better than doing free coughs.
I know, right? Exactly. And yep. We'll take Deb over Puff any day. So anyway. She finally gets all the money for Uncle Ben to pay back her father's debt. And, you know, she's actually kind of upset because Uncle Ben made her pay interest when she missed a payment one time. And she had to make like, I don't know, $30,000 or $40,000 extra. And Uncle Ben is like, I did this to test you because you're smart, you're loyal, you're the one. And he gives her the $30,000 back. And then he says, where's my thank you? I said, that's the most gangster shit I've ever heard. What do you think about that scene? I thought that was cool. Like, once again, the Uncle Ben dynamics are cool, right? Yeah,
I mean, generally, I like Uncle Ben. Actually, in this scene, I was annoyed.
Yeah.
Because, like, what do you mean you were trying to test me? She paid him back a year ago. What do you mean for a year you were testing me?
He was literally doing slavery, cocaine slavery.
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah,
and then when she got upset, he was like, be respectful now.
I know, right?
And then she got all, like, silent and, you know. So I kind of didn't like him here.
You know, even in an all-black production, we still have to have white saviors that are problematic.
I mean, he's not a white savior, I wouldn't say.
Uncle Ben is a white savior, bro. Come on. You don't think so?
No.
Who
did he save?
Literally saved her father's life. And also her life.
She saved her father's life. What are you talking
about? By giving him
about?
A chance, because he had the gun in his hand. He could have killed her father right then and there and said he stole money. That's it.
I think he was helping Deb along the way, but I don't think he really saved anybody.
And he had no problem killing Calvin. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the father didn't save him.
Wow. Okay. I feel like the person that gives you the opportunity to save somebody is really somebody that saves you.
Okay, agree to disagree.
Okay, we'll agree to disagree. Anyway, so we also get introduced to this other character that Deb thinks is a cop at first. There's this guy coming around the neighborhood and stuff. She sees him around. She says, "Oh, he's fine. He's cute, but I think he's a cop, right?" And apparently, Deb has like a donut shop. They never really explained that. She works at a donut shop.
Isn't she like doing numbers in the shop?
I guess so. Yeah, she's like doing illegal gambling, but I don't know if she works at the donut shop or owns it. No, wait.
I think she owns it.
Yeah, of course, because she wrote the movie. So I also owned a donut shop too, and we were the biggest donut shop of all time.
And that's the cover, like a little donut shop or whatever.
Yeah. So anyway, this guy comes around. She thinks he's cute, but she don't know whether to trust him. Whatever. And also, at the same time, Pam is bringing the cocaine babies to her cousin, Mikey? Yeah. And Pam and Mikey start hooking up. You know what I mean? Because Mike is like, he tried to holler at Pam. So he smashes Pam. And, Pam is just so dumb and ditzy that she just leaves him in the room with the cocaine by himself. And that comes up as a problem later, right? And so when Pam is dropping off all the bricks, they were supposed to get 3, but they only got 2. And so now they feel like Pam stole the cocaine. Mm-hmm. And, what did you think about any of that?
Yeah, Pam is such a beep sucker.
A beep sucker? What is a beep sucker? You can say it. Where are you? A cock sucker?
Yes.
Big sucker? Okay.
Yes.
You act like that's the worst thing you've ever said.
It's not. I just didn't want to say it.
Okay.
Anyway. Yeah, she's so stupid. Why is she so stupid?
I don't know, man.
Why would you sleep with that man? Like, no, don't do it. Don't do it.
I don't know.
And, and then when the brick got lost, she didn't even, question him. And I'm like, okay, you came to the house with 3, and now there's 2. Mm-hmm. Who do you think might have took it if there's only 2 of you in the house?
Yeah.
It's not that hard to, do the math.
Yeah, a part of me, as the audience, I was like, do they think we're stupid? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we saw Pam with the 3 bricks. Yeah. But at this point, we sort of had no reason to not trust Pam because at this point, she'd only been getting bullied and fucked on. That's it, you know? So.
And she's been, very, I don't know, attached to Deb.
Yeah, because Deb sort of saved her life.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. So, yeah, it was kind of weird. And Mikey had always been kind of shady up to this point. Every time Deb came around, he was sucking his teeth, shaking his head and shit like that. Yeah. So we already knew he was a villain. But shout out to Affion Crockett. Affion Crockett's a famous comedian. He's in this movie. He plays Mikey. Basically there's this robbery that happens in Deb's donut shop. The guy who she thought was a police officer actually comes in and saves her life by warning her about it, right? And he gets shot in the shoulder, right? And there's this funny scene when after one of the killers or one of the robbers gets killed, the other one's like, we don't want to kill nobody. We just want the money. So she's like, all right, I'm going to throw the money. And she throws it very short. And he's like, what the fuck is that? And she's like, I'm a girl. What you think? I can't throw shit super far. I'm not a famous football player or something. So he runs up to the bag to try to get it and pow, gets his shit rocked, gets a dome shot straight to the head. And then she stands over him and puts 2 more in him. I was like, oh, this is too gangster. I said, Deb, why'd you write this like a Gucci Mane song? You wrote this like a Young Jeezy song. Then I stood over him and fa, fa, fa. What is that? What was that? What did you think about this
I
song?
always wonder, when these things come out, can she get, prison time?
That's when I knew this was a bit fictional, because you're not going to write this if you actually did it.
Okay, so they're going to claim it's
yeah, this is art. It's all, you know what I mean?
We exaggerate.
But word to my mother's son, I was dangerous on the streets. I'm sure Deb would say, if you met her, she's like, I was the most dangerous person. But
I like the scene. There are, some scenes in this movie that are just, funny and good.
Yeah. At
the same time. And I feel like this was one of those scenes.
Okay.
It was smart. I wasn't expecting her to, shoot him like that. And, it was also funny. I love the scene.
Yeah, me too. It was good. Basically, Uncle Ben shows up in the hospital after the guy she thought was a cop got shot, and we find out his name is Oakland. He's from Boston, but he moved to the Bay Area, and he comes back to Boston to try to hook up with Deb, because Deb is known in the streets for selling rock. You know, she's so famous, people are flying from out of town.
And he's also famous.
He's also famous.
Uncle Ben says he's the original crack cook.
Now, I really like that part of the documentary because rumor has it that the Bay Area, Oakland, is where crack cocaine was first cooked up. And you see this reflected in every other media. Like if you watch Snowfall, Franklin Saint, he goes to the Bay Area to learn how to cook cocaine. And there's a funny Dave Chappelle skit where the CIA flies to Oakland to teach people how to cook cocaine.
Okay.
So the Bay Area is known for just, I don't know, inventing new ways of making money, and crack is one.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, basically,
Deb goes back to the house.
Yeah, go ahead, tell me.
And the girls were worried because they saw the shop and there was blood and stuff like that. But yeah, she says that she's gonna eat something and go back to the hospital because she feels like she owes her life to this man, Oakland. And Donna gets a bit iffy about it, and she gets a bit jealous, I guess. And she says oh, why do you care about him so much? Are you his next of kin or something? And yeah, they have a little bit of an argument, but not something serious.
Yeah.
And Deb says you didn't even do that for me. He risked his own life for me. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Exactly. Yeah. This part here, once again, I know Deb wrote this because the way she's able to shut everybody down, she's like, oh, you got a problem with me doing that? And everybody's like, no, Deb, you're absolutely 100% right. And I was
it's like Beyonce writing the story of Destiny's Child.
I know, right? Exactly. That's the best way to put it. And I won't make any more analogies. So, yeah. Basically, now they start Netflix and chill in Oakland, and Deb start becoming a thing, you know what I mean? And she's
Pam.
Deb has fallen out with Pam. You know, she doesn't trust Pam. She says something about it's about respect. Pam, it's about respect, and you don't respect us. And I'm like, how did she disrespect y'all? I guess just by being dumb.
Because they think she stole the brick.
They think she stole the brick. Damn, that's crazy.
And then she comes back saying I was saving up for money, but I want to pay you first. Don't be mad at me, please.
And then Donna's like, come on, Deb. You know Pam has self-esteem issues because she's a little bit.
Yeah.
Once again, if the real Pam does exist, I'd be so pissed watching this.
No, but you have to give it to her. This is the only time she says, Donna was right.
It's the only time, yes, exactly. Because every other time it's everybody's wrong but me. You know what I mean? So yeah. So basically, Oakland is about to go out of town to get a good corporate job, and I guess Deb really did learn from her daddy because she tries to give her new boyfriend a brick of cocaine and says, "Please don't leave me."
The thing I don't understand is if Oakland is the original crack cooker, how is he needing Deb to give him a job?
I mean, he doesn't want to do. That's the thing. He's looking for Deb to sell cocaine. Then when he finds Deb, he's like, you know what? I want to do corporate now. But I guess getting shot will do that to your ass. You get shot.
But it's not like he got shot because of doing drugs or anything. Her store was getting robbed because she had money.
I mean, they robbed her store because they knew that she's the cocaine king. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, I guess we're looking at this scene now again, like how you said earlier, her dad ruined her life. Now she views love as who can give me a brick and who can I give a brick to, which is a great type of love. I mean, that's love. If you ever want to, take care of me, just give me a brick of cocaine.
No,
so I can rock it up.
I mean, it's a weird scene because they're not official or anything, but they've been flirting on and off weirdly.
This is how they make it official. Here's a brick. You're my girlfriend now.
No, but she says our friendship depends on you giving me back my money. That's what she says. Our friendship depends on you paying me back.
Wow. I guess,
it's she kind of I don't know, alienates him or something.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably the most thematic, I guess, powerful point of this film is the idea that Deb's mind has now been warped that love or relationships, family is about transactions that go back and forth, transactions that are equal, which I guess really is what relationships are like. Like to show love, I guess you could argue is like I do things for you, you do things for me, but this is a level of danger that's like heightened. You know what I mean?
But also, this relationship has a hierarchy. It's not like the same between you and me or two friends, you know, because Deb is like the boss.
Yeah.
And by doing this, she becomes the boss of her soon-to-be boyfriend.
Yeah, which is, I think, also a dynamic maybe Oakland wasn't comfortable with.
Yeah.
Though, again, I don't know if he took the brick.
He did take the brick.
He did take it.
Yeah, and then, I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think at this point, Deb gets a phone call from Mikey, and Mikey is like, listen, I need a brick right now. I'll even pay you 30% more. And Deb is a bit suspicious about it, like why he called like that. And I guess Pam is now back in the fold. Like
I mean, Pam and Donna are hanging out, and Pam is like, Mikey's my man.
Okay.
And Donna, I think at this point, lets Deb know what's going on, or something. I don't know. She calls someone or something.
Yeah.
And then we get this flashback.
Yeah, this flashback. Right? Apparently, Mikey got caught with the brick that he stole from Pam, and he tried to sell it by himself. And now he's trying to snitch to get Deborah locked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, there's this really intense scene where Deb is like trying to fly, I think, to another city or something with a brick of cocaine, and she's hiding out in the bathroom, and she almost escapes the cop by like jumping over the stall or something like that. But then the phone goes off, and she realizes that the cop knows her from the hood. Once again, like
it's the same guy that was in her GEDs.
That's exactly true. I just now caught that. I just now see it now. Yeah, the same guy who in her class was a little bitch when she dropped the gun in class now carries a strap every day.
The same
and
in the GEDs as well.
Exactly. Yes, the dog. In high school, boy, you ain't age at all. Black really don't crack, I guess. Jesus Christ. So yeah, basically he sees her like, Donna, the fuck, man? These people gonna arrest you. And so then he just says, leave the brick and cocaine in here with me. And she just runs out the bathroom into the car with Donna in them.
Well, it's crazy. Like, imagine you graduated and then you see one of your classmates pretending to be pregnant with cocaine in their belly in an airport bathroom. What are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to first look in the mirror and be like, how the fuck did I become a cop?
I didn't say you were a cop.
How the fuck would I know? I'm just going to say that's a pregnant woman. What am I going to do? Poke her belly and see if cocaine fly out?
I guess.
Just saying. Wow, how would you react to that situation?
I would react the same way he did.
You would let him go?
Yeah, for the first time.
Wow, first time? Wow, no cop duties for you. Anyway, so basically we see Oakland and Deb start to make out. There was this.
Yeah, I just have to say, like, right before this, Oakland comes back, and Deb is kind of mad at Oakland because he's been
absent for days.
Yeah, and but he came back with more money than she asked her to come back with. So yeah, and they start doing like, oh, I like you too, and then they start kissing and stuff.
Interesting. So yeah, this is like an interesting sex scene because like. Before they do it, like we find out that Deb said that she had sex before, but it was a bad experience. And I thought that was really interesting how they added that line of dialogue in there. You know what I mean?
It's actually after that.
It's after that. Well, yeah, it's still closely related.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was interesting. And this is what I talk about when I say like dialogue can make a movie even greater. Because even though this is still a really bad movie, those few lines of dialogue in there make it really cool. Like, My Last Time wasn't good. It makes you dig more into the character of Deb. You know? What do you think about that?
I mean, yes, I like it, but I wanted more. And that's what I mean when I say, like, this should have been a series. Because, okay, we don't know what happened. It's not like, I don't want Miss Auntie Deb to expose her traumas if she doesn't want to. That's fine. But maybe they can make up other things, you know, or have a longer conversation here even.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, once again, it just sometimes feel like, you know, you're scrolling in your phone, like, library, and you're just watching videos, because it's just like, like, everything is happening in full speed. Every other scene is, like, the next part of the story, and it was just a bit too much to have depth.
I got you. No, I get what you're saying. I just feel like, once again, like if Auntie Deb doesn't want to talk about or expose all the trauma, maybe she was abused or something, that's fine. I just feel like that one line makes you say, aha, there's something else to this character. And that's what I find, that's what I like. So I think we could agree to disagree on that. And yeah, it would have been cool if this would have been a series, because this is somebody's life. You know what I mean? And somebody's life can't just be an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully there is a sequel and we find out more. But I really like the way they did the love between Oakland and Deb. But I don't think you were feeling Oakland. You said he's not that cute.
No, I don't think he's cute.
Okay. You think they could have got... I mean, it's not like Aaron Pierre is going to show up for this.
Yeah. I don't know. Something is... I feel like throughout the whole movie, and maybe I will see it in the sequel, I'm still suspecting him to have, like, something evil in him.
Like nefarious?
Yes. I don't know. Something is wrong. I don't know. Because I feel like he's just too perfect. Like, he shows up out of nowhere. He wanted to do business, and then he didn't. And he's suddenly like, you know, I'll do anything for you, Deb. Like, I have your back, Deb. And he risks his life for Deb. And I'm like, what does he want?
I mean, he's as perfect as a drug dealer, almost killer can be, I guess. I mean, it's not like
too perfect.
It's not like he's Mr. Perfect. I mean, he sells cocaine for a living.
I don't know if they're still together to this day, but obviously, you know, Auntie Deb also portrayed him in a good light.
You think so?
Yeah,
I think so. I mean,
like, even with Pam later on, she says like, "Oh, you know, you got a good man, right?" So, like, yeah, there were also, I think, some appreciation for him. Whoever he is in the real life. I think,
you know, this film has a little bit of that Hollywood effect. And this, I think, is a film targeted more towards, you know, a female demographic. And that's what women like in the film. They like, you know, a good man to show up. You know, that's how Tyler Perry made his money in every, you know, romantic com. You know, there's always that guy that shows up and he's just, you know, he proves himself to be good.
And low-key, they look like siblings.
Okay, now you're doing the most. Anyway.
They both have, like, light-colored eyes. They're both light-skinned. They kind of look like siblings.
Okay, what's wrong with that? Why are you against the beige love? Beige love.
Not. Go for it. Like, hey.
She looking for that beige love. Someone to look like Lay's chips. Beige love.
Is that a song?
Oh, yes it is. They're waffle-colored. Gonna have them khaki babies.
No, it's not.
Okay. Anyway, Uncle Ben shows up and says, "Your daddy's dead." Just like that. Your daddy's dead. He died of an overdose. And, yeah, basically, at the funeral, you know, one of the guys comes up to Deb and is like, you know, we need more bricks. Business ain't done. But Deb is like, you know, I'm out of the game. I'm done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and she's also mad at Mikey because she thinks they also fucked her up and they, I don't know, sent cops her way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's like, she's mad at them. She doesn't want to do business with them. And this guy seems to be clueless. He's like, wait, what happened? You know? He doesn't really know what Mikey's been up to. And he says, like, okay, if Mikey stole from you, then he's a dead man. Like, he says in the tunes that, like, something like that he's going to kill Mikey if he did something wrong. Yeah,
this guy, for me, it was a bit weird because during the scene when Pam supposedly stole the third brick, the way they ended that whole thing is that Deb shows up and just says, like, are we good? And then he pulls out a brick of cocaine and says, yeah, we're good. And I thought, did he have the extra brick or something like that? And there was sort of no resolution. Yeah, the way it happened when Deb tried to resolve that situation, it was just like, okay, done.
I thought like maybe there are two scenarios. I thought maybe Pam gave them an extra brick.
Well, where's Pam going to pull it out of her
I mean, not Pam.
Deb?
Sorry.
Like, Deb's just going to give him an extra brick? Okay.
Or, like, I don't know, like to make up for it or something. Like
yeah.
Good business or whatever.
I was a bit confused about that by the way it was done and shot. But, yeah, he wants to get out of the game. This is when we see her mom again. Deb's mom pulled up and said, this is what the drug game does. Don't you see? You need to get out. And I think Deb is now convinced about all of this, right? And so, this is when Mikey proposes to Pam and says,
proposes?
Yeah.
With what?
Isn't that a ring there?
It's a keychain.
It's a keychain. Really?
It's not a keychain. But, like, it was hilarious. This is why I put this one, because if I was playing, would I have done this?
I can't see.
He opens it, and literally, yes, there isn't anything.
There isn't anything? I thought there's a ring in there.
There's a ring, but it's just like the metal. There's no rocks on it or anything like that. And I'm like, Pam.
Oh, it's just a band.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, Pam, what are you doing?
Wow.
Why would you? What did he do? Like, he didn't do anything.
He put that D on her. He put that D on her.
She's so stupid.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, I guess this is how things sort of get twisted and tangled. You know what I mean? Deb is deciding, like, I'm going to do something else. We're going to, I don't know, get into music or something. I think she's talking in this part about, like, getting into the music game.
No, she didn't talk about getting to music, but she just talked about, like, maybe they open a business or something. I mean, there wasn't anything about the music. Okay.
And, basically, Pam comes knocking at her door one day, and she's like, what are you doing over here? Like, I don't want to see you. I don't want to be around you no more. And, Pam was like, no, just listen to me, please. Give me a moment. And this is when Mikey comes popping out the corner, right? Mikey comes popping out the corner, and he's like, Pam, I just want to talk or something like that. Mm-hmm. Then a bunch of guys come out shooting. And so I don't know if they were trying to target Deb, if that was Mikey trying to do like an assassination hit, or if they were trying to kill Mikey because the other guy said Mikey's a dead man. But either way, Pam gets killed in that shootout and Deb gets hit. So I don't know. What did you think about that shootout? What was that about?
I thought they were targeting Mikey because it looked like the other guy that came at the funeral. One of the shooters, I think, though I do not remember like 100%.
Yeah.
So I thought she just got used as a human shield, literally, by Mikey, and I did not expect her to get shot, or like I was kind of sad, like, is she gonna die? I didn't know what was gonna happen, so this was really like action, actiony twist, very tense, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I thought this was done really well. I didn't expect that to come. You know what I mean? For her to get shot in the titty and for Pam to get that dome shot and just die. You know what I mean? Once again, if the real Pam is out there, maybe she's not dead. Whoever this is based on, file that lawsuit. I will hook you up with a lawyer, because the way you got disrespected in this film is insane. I've never seen a side character be treated like such a little bitch, and just, oh my God, the abuse that you suffered on screen.
Like her supposed man, just left her for dead.
Yes.
While Oakland looks out for Deb. And that's why Deb survived like this, looking like this.
Oh my God, looking like Tupac, looking like Beyonce Pac.
3 weeks. She's been in the hospital getting all types of surgeries.
I know, right?
And she still has a full beat face.
I know, right?
And blown out hair.
Bapak Shakur.
That's
oh my
insane.
God. 3 weeks later, right? And keep in mind, this film doesn't tell you what year this film happens. The movie opens up with like back in the day. So every time they have these like moments of like 3 weeks later, 2 years later, I'm like, 3 weeks later from back in the day, like what era are we in? You know what I mean? This shit was funny. But basically, Bapak wakes up and she is pissed. She's like, we're gonna take over the drug game now. We're gonna I'm tripping.
No.
I'm tripping. Basically, she gets informed Pam died. Mikey's nowhere to be found and shit like that.
And she's pregnant.
And she's also pregnant. And so, yeah, everything just hit her all at once. You know, she got shot and everything. It's crazy.
Yeah. And at the same time, they're watching the TV, and Donna is like, "There's war happening?" Which was a weird line.
Yeah.
And they watch the TV, and they see that there's a, war on drugs, and they're, like, putting a bunch of money on, catching everyone. And they basically, Deb basically says, like, we can't survive this crackdown from the government.
She talks like Michael Corleone. We can't survive the crackdown from the government. And it's getting too hot out in the streets.
And I'm pregnant.
And Pam
is dead.
And Pam is dead.
So we gotta do something else.
We gotta do something else.
We gotta figure it out.
Yeah, I have this great new artist. His name is Jay-Z. Wow. I know this guy. He lives in Yonkers. His name is Earl. He barks like a dog. We're going to make millions of him. And so, yeah, that's, basically, Deb gets out of the hospital pregnant. She goes to Uncle Ben for one last favor, and she asks him for a bunch of money because she's about to go to Atlanta and make a fresh start. She's going to
She doesn't ask for the money.
Oh, she doesn't ask. I mean, she's asking.
Uncle Ben just gives it to her.
She's asking, and she showed up, and Uncle Ben does it. And, basically we fast forward to the Deb Antney of today, looking like a marshmallow on some fake talk show in like a Love and Hip Hop scene type of situation.
Yeah.
And she's like, there's so much more to be told. And that's the end of the movie, I think. So, yeah, that was an experience. What did you think? I
mean, it's not the best movie, for sure.
Yes.
And I think with a better production, it could have been better, because not necessarily was the acting or, other things. I think probably with what they have, they did a good job. I was entertained watching it. I was hooked. Mm-hmm. Even though I fell asleep the first time because that was because I was tired.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I liked it. It's giving like a lower budget 2B, but at the same time, I'm curious about like Deb Antney's life, and I think it's inspirational. So I don't know. I think I would give it like a 6.5.
6.5. I think that's fair. Maybe a 6. If I was like, I would be embarrassed to tell people I watched this.
Yeah, a 6, yes.
Yes. I'd be embarrassed to tell people to watch it, or embarrassed to suggest it to people, unless I'm talking to like a certain demographic, like of people that really just watch like trash shit all the time. I'd be like, oh yeah, Deb Is Boss. Yeah, it's fire, bro.
I wouldn't say it's fire, but it is entertaining.
No, but it's like if you're talking to people who like would never watch like Zone of Interest.
Yes.
And they only watch like movies called like Interest Zone with like Vin Diesel pointing a gun on the cover.
Wow.
Like,
I feel like my mom would love this movie.
I feel like this too. Yeah. Like I don't know what Chevy here watches.
Giving a bit Lifetime. Maybe.
It is kind of like a Lifetime movie. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's fun. It's fun, and I think Lil Mama should be getting more shine and more opportunities, especially in this glow up era as she hits her late 30s. You know what I mean? Like Lil Mama has now, like, I thank God, like she actually like grew out of her cringe millennial stage. You know what I mean? She was the first true cringe millennial. And now, just like Tiana Taylor, she has outgrown her cringeness that was all the late 2000s and early 2010s.
Tiana was not cringe.
Tiana definitely was cringe for some time.
When?
Like during her time coming up when she was trying to have a music career just like Lil Mama. She wasn't as cringe, but that's because she didn't get as much shine on her. Mm. For me, Tiana Taylor was cringe in the very beginning.
Okay.
Right. And I think Lil Mama could have like a future like Tiana Taylor if she keeps on doing this acting thing. I don't think she should be doing music, you know what I mean, at all. I don't think music is her calling, but definitely acting is.
Yeah, I think so. I think she can develop in this like acting, phase. Mm-hmm. I can definitely see her like doing more serious roles or different kind of roles.
Yeah.
I think, I agree.
Yeah.
And I have to say, once again, like, I think the character fit is really good with Deb Antney and Lil Mama. Like, I feel like, they really I don't know, fit in with each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And I'm looking forward to seeing the second movie if it ever comes out. I want to see Deb Is Boss too, and I want to see who's going to play Nicki Minaj, who's going to play Waka Flocka. You know what I mean? If they're going to even be able to do it, because maybe they can't get the rights to those people's names. Because unfortunately, I think Deb has fallen out with a lot of those people. You know,
but I don't think that's going to be included in the story. I feel like it's going to be like just the starting of her company.
Okay, well,
not her glorious era.
Okay, well, I don't know. Whatever happens next, I'd be interested to see how it goes. As long as Lil Mama's in it, don't switch it up and get some other no-name action.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, this has been episode, I think, 143 of Simon and Acting Movie Reviews. Glad to be back. And look forward to doing some more reviews just like this. Fun, engaging, deep dives. Shout out to everybody on the live stream who tuned in. We had some people earlier giving comments. Y'all have to look in the descriptions to see what we're talking about. You know what I mean?
You're a grown man. Okay, Caprello said, "You're a grown man. Stop it, Lil Mama, LMO. I'm ashamed I even know how that is."
You don't gotta read the comments.
Okay, I'm just saying. You look like the guy from White Chicks. Okay.
Okay, you know what?
Never mind. Who are you talking to? We're doing a video here, and then the live stream.
Relax. People just want to troll. They just want to troll.
That girl looks Palestinian. Thank you.
Okay. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. We're wrapping this up. Y'all be easy out here, and peace. Wait, don't close that.
Okay.